Boom! What is up, guys? So this is gonna be a very big and important video. So the 1JZ is in the car. It is all together. It is almost ready to go. And the first thing you gotta do is put some fluids in this. You gotta put oil in it, gotta put power steering fluid in it, you know, water, coolant, bleed the clutch, bleed the brakes, all type of stuff. But it is basically ready to freaking go. And I'm so excited. I gotta put one fitting on the turbo, but that's not a big deal. That'll be later on. But we are here, and it is finally the time after all these months. So it's been a long, like 6 or 7 months, and I did miss round one of clutch kickers because budget-wise, time-wise, and how things were going at the time, this was not done. I wasn't ready, and there's a lot going on, so I had to miss round one. But round two is in like, I think 2 weeks-ish, but I want to be prepared and done like 2 weeks before the comps, so we're not last-minute rushing a very expensive new motor that's gonna run to now, soon, really. But this thing is in, and I'm so excited to get this thing done. But before I start it, tomorrow I think Fred's gonna come over here. We're gonna wire in the dash, oil pressure sensor, and a few other things to get this thing ready to go, because I will not start this thing until I have oil pressure on the dash showing that I have oil pressure, because I'm scared. It should be fine, but I could take the feed lines and the turbo off and, you know, put it in a cup and crank it over, see if I have oil pressure, but like, it's not good enough for me. Sorry, not doing it. But first things first, get some fluids in this thing. And then Freddie and me are gonna wire some stuff in and get this thing ready to go, and we're gonna start this thing. So I'm very excited. It's a very surreal feeling, and I just literally cannot wait to get this thing freaking going. Like I haven't driven in like 6-7 months. I have had no stress relief. I have had nothing to even like have fun, really. Just been working and busting butt to get this thing done. So, but I'm gonna stop talking, let's get to it. So it's finally that time where the brand new, fully built 1JZ is gonna get some fresh oil. We're using Valvoline VR1. This engine's clearance for 1030, and I am ready for this thing to get some oil. I just can't wait. I'm so excited, so let's get to it. So if you guys are new to like fully built engines, or if you haven't built an engine yet, or if you had built an engine, you guys know that when you build an engine, you guys have your engine builder set the clearances for you, and he'll clearance them to his standards, so you have the best clearance possible and the best longevity of the motor. So we have to use either 1030 or 1040. I'm gonna run 1030 for the first one because I didn't have any 1040. So just for the first startup and first running, we're gonna run the 1030 VR1. Then I'll probably get some AMS oil or something like that with proper 1040, so it's perfect and ready to go for the dyno and testing. So let's get to it. Getting my funnel. I don't care. I'm not doing the no funnel game right now. It's all brand new and clean. The clean brand new funnel. I even bought a brand new funnel because I'm too freaking crazy, because I don't want to use a used one because my OCD is retarded. So let's get to it, guys. All right. First pour of the new oil. Oh yes. I can hear the oil hitting the lower pan because it hasn't had oil in there yet. Second quart going in. I got all the oil in, about 5.3 quarts-ish, 5.4. It'll be full on the stick, but then once we start it and crank it over, it'll go to the oil cooler, and then it will, you know, need a little bit more for it to compensate for the loss of oil going to the oil cooler. But as you guys know, I am going to be running an AccuSump system. It is right here. I'm not installing it yet. We're going to do the first start, drain the oil, and then put new oil in it for the dyno. Do the dyno without the AccuSump. After the dyno is done, we'll bring it back and we'll install the AccuSump before testing. So that's the plan because of time and stuff like that. But once we get this thing tuned and ready to go, before we drift, we have to put the AccuSump in. I will not run this motor without AccuSump. I did want to do a baffle. I don't have time to do a baffle yet, and plus they're impossible to get right now, so the AccuSump will do just fine temporarily. Then later on we'll do a baffle, but we'll be fine on just an AccuSump. AccuSump is a very important factor in drifting. I don't know why I never had one before, or any kind of help with the oil before. I don't know why, I just didn't, but oh well. Now up next, we get some power steering fluid in there, or ATF in the power steering system, and then after that we're going to call it a night, and then tomorrow we'll come back with Freddie and start wiring everything in, and then get this thing freaking started. Good old trusty Valvoline ATF full synthetic is the best stuff ever. I've used this for years, never had an issue, and it's always ran good. I'm sure there's better stuff out there, but like it's easy and convenient at the store, so that's what I run. Dang it, I missed. Alrighty, all the fluids are in the motor, power steering fluid, oil, ready to go for startup. Like I said, tonight we're going to call it a night right now. Tomorrow I'll come back and we'll start wiring things with Freddie. If you guys haven't seen previous videos, I did get an ADU 5 dash we have to wire in. We have to wire in the oil pressure sensor, which is down here, and a few other surprises as well. So I'm really excited about that. But call it a night here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. This thing's going to freaking run in literally probably a minute. Alright guys, it's the next day and putting a new battery in the car, engine ground, and about to do the first start. I'm really, really nervous, but the moment is here. So we're gonna try and crank her over and see what happens. Oh! Ho, ho. Oh, I don't like that noise, don't like that noise. Ready?
Yep.
Ready?
Yep.
Better now. Alright, so like I said before, these bolts were hitting the bolt right here in the back, clipping it, making that crazy scary noise. And then we think we have a vacuum leak. It might be the booster. So we block the booster off for now, and if it idles correctly this time, we know that that's the issue. But if not, there's somewhere else a vacuum leak somewhere in here, which I hope. I don't even know what's gonna happen. We're gonna start it, see what happens, and then hopefully it'll be all right this time. All right, so intake manifold, we pulled it apart, shook it up, made sure the gasket like sat better, tightened it all down, all the bolts this time. And we're gonna try again, but if it's not that, I don't know what it is. So try one more time. There it was. Yes. Yes. Is that noise?
Yeah, it's a little.
Yes, dude, that's all it was. Thank God that's all it was.
Yeah, for sure.
Hell yes, dude. Oh boy, I'm so stoked.
Fuck yeah, Shulman.
Woo! Alright, guys, so some unfortunate news. We tried to diagnose the sound last night. Me, Johan, and Freddie tried to figure out what it was. The head should have been done right as well, but we just don't know what's going on in there. We don't know if it's bent valves. Valve lash was in spec. It wasn't perfect, but it was in spec. So we're just trying to figure out what's going on. So right now, as you can see, the engine is ready to come out again, sadly. That was not the plan. This is not the plan at all. Should have just started up and been ready to go, but now I'm backtracking a ton and completely restarting, which really, really, really sucks. This is extremely stressful, but it's part of the game, and we're gonna pull this thing out. We're gonna pull the oil pans off and look in the bottom end of the engine, which I don't think it is, but we're just gonna look and check and see what's going on. If that's not the case, then we gotta really figure out what's going on and check the valves again and something like that, but we don't know. We don't know, but Freddie doesn't know what it is. Johan doesn't know what it is. I don't know what it is. We don't know what it is. So we're pulling it out to check because the engine's too expensive to risk. And I'm gonna pull it out and see what's going on. I'm not gonna film the whole thing because I don't have time. So bear with me, guys. I'm just gonna do what I can to get this thing done because we have about, not a lot of time to clutch stickers. Probably like a week and a half. So we gotta get going. Okay, it's been a very, very, very crazy 2 days and the engine is back in. So pretty much what happened was I didn't film any of it. I didn't have time, so I just want to get it done with and fixed and back in the car as fast as possible. Michael, managing motor, come up here. He built the bottom end of the engine, and bottom end's completely fine. The bearings are a little hurt, unfortunately, because the head did have some metal in it from being machined, which is not great. Another machine shop did the head. We found out actually a shim was loose. Well, actually, the shim was bent. The shim was bent, and it was kept popping out every time the cam rotated over and over again. So that clicking noise you heard was a bent shim, and that was the issue, which is extremely good for what anything else could have been. But the engine is good. Put a new shim in there. Michael put another shim in there, and it's good. And then And then now we started it up and it runs really good. So I'm gonna do like 3 oil changes because I need to do that to get all the stuff out of the motor. But and all in all, we're good. The engine is here and it runs and it sounds really good. So my camera died on the iPhone right now, whatever. But we're gonna film it real quick and get this thing started. And it's a big moment because like it's finally done. The long road is over. So I'm very stoked. Yeah, it sounds so good. I have the half the exhaust on right now, so it sounds kind of different. But all that smoke is just like the rings. All that smoke's like the ring setting and stuff like that. And then I have a small exhaust that I gotta fix right here. It happens when you put new stuff on cars, but there it is. It finally ran. It sounds amazing. And yeah, it was a long freaking journey. Freaking 6-7 months ago, the car blew up, caught fire, engine bay was destroyed and covered in fire shit. And now it's brand new with a brand new engine, all brand new parts. Lots of money, lots of time, lots of effort, and lots of friends helping me. Again, big thanks to Michael and Freddie for coming out and tackling the motor because I was busy working, and plus I don't know how to do that stuff because I'm a Shulman and they're great at it. So yeah, it's good. So now do another oil change, change spark plugs before I get dynoed, and then I have to finish up my radiator stuff and then fix the exhaust leak, and then Freddie has to wire in the dash, wire in more sensors and stuff like that. And then after that, it's time to go to dyno and then test and then go to clutch shifters round 2. So I am freaking stoked. Alright guys, what's up? So it's a very special day and it's time to tune the S13 with the brand new BC 1JZ. Freddie's over here getting the tune dialed in for the cold start, getting stuff wired in. It's running pretty good so far, no issues, and I'm very stoked. So it's a very rainy day, but Clarkson's way over right now with this van to tow me to the dyno because my truck's still broken. Yes, it's annoying, but it's running pretty good. I think Freddie's stoked on this motor too, and yeah, it's gonna be real freaking sick. So dyno, here we come. Okay, we're in a rush, we're super late, but the car is about to move its own power for the first time in like 7 months with the brand new 1JZ. I'm very excited, very nervous, anxious because we're in a rush, but everything's done, so I'm gonna pull it out and drive it around and hopefully it goes good.
He has a dyno. Looks good. Oh no, you're not good. Hold on. Now you're good.
Alright, we are on the dyno. Moment of truth. I am very, very nervous. My wideband is not working, so we actually wired it up to the actual dyno itself, so Freddie can have a idea of what's going on. But other than that, we should be ready to go. I am extremely nervous. Hopefully it goes good. Fingers crossed. It will go good. Knock on wood. But I'm really excited. This thing's built for like 850, 900 wheel, so I overbuilt the motor on purpose to be able to withstand the amount of abuse I'm going to put it through over the years. So hopefully it puts down good power. I'm expecting to be between 500 and 600 horsepower. But other than that, it's go time. I'm really nervous, but also very excited. So yeah, let's do it. What is that for? We don't need that anymore. No. I don't jinx me, please, Lord, please, no.
I got another one over there.
Okay. God damn it. Woo! Alright, so we were making 7 pounds of boost, and then we found out the boost controller, the previous boost controller was bad. Luckily, Junior had one here, and we're lining up a new one, and we'll be good to go, hopefully. Getting close. Almost 500 horsepower, guys. Woo! Damn. Might have been it. Oh, dude, so close. So, we might be at a wastegate, which is whatever, it's okay. But we can change that later on, but the car's running really good. The map looks really good as well. But yeah, so far so good. Freddie's happy with it. Probably dial it a little bit more and then continue on. But I think we're at a wastegate, which is unfortunate, but plenty of power still. I want to make 500, but if not, it's okay. All right, what do you think?
It's good.
You guys know Freddie, obviously, but what do you think, Freddie, of the 1J?
Your wastegate's pretty soft.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
I know.
thank
We'll go bigger later on, but like
95% duty cycle, and we're like trying to touch 500.
trying, but we'll change that later on. But the engine sounds very healthy.
Yeah.
Sounds really good.
Good oil pressure, good temps.
I'm just
185 coolant.
Yeah, that's always a good thing after you do put all the time and money and effort into this. So I'm very happy. But later on, make more power. But that's way more power than I had before. So I am very excited for that. So. All right, let's get to it. So we're gonna let it cool down and then try and hit 500 horsepower.
Try, yeah.
Maybe. All right.
Take a little fuel out.
Yeah. Cool. Almost there. Alright, gonna go for a first drive real quick. I haven't really driven this car in a long time under its own power, so we're tuned now and they're gonna do the first drive and then yeah, we should be ready to go. But I guess here we go. Oh man.
Hell yeah!
We're back, bitches!
Let's go!
All right, guys, so it's very late, back at the shop. So now the car ran amazing, it performed amazing, sounded amazing, all went great, which is very, very rare for new builds and stuff like that, which I'm very stoked on. It's very it's very rare to have no issues really with a brand new build, so I'm very stoked on that. We had one issue with the boost controller, it was bad, put a new one in, it was perfect. So that's the only issue we had, thank God. But now we have to button some things up. So Acti-Sump, rest of the exhaust, there's an oil leak I have to fix. Aero stuff, cleaning the car, some new vinyl, a bunch of random stuff. I'll try and film it a little bit, but I'm very, very short on time, so I might just get like some of the film as I'm just going, you know, kind of just going. But it's going great, and Clutch Shaker is just like 2 days away, so it's going good. We're gonna make it. I'm so stoked, and thank you to everybody that's helped me with this car, all my friends, family, sponsors, people, anything that's helped me with this car is just very, very greatly appreciated. I could not do it without any of my friends because I'm not that smart like them. But anyway, the car is done, pretty much. So yeah, let's get to it.